Hello, and welcome to Reflections with Heart, the podcast where we explore life's deeper lessons, one conversation at a time. I'm John.
And I'm Elena. We're so glad you're here with us today. If you're someone who's ever looked back on life with a heavy heart, maybe with regret, guilt, or unanswered questions, this episode is for you.
Today, we're talking about something we all face eventually, how to make peace with your past. Whether it's a mistake we made, an opportunity we missed, or a moment we wish we could redo, our past can quietly shape how we feel today.
But here's the good news. It's never too late to let go, to forgive, and to find peace. In this episode, we'll share stories, simple practices, and heartfelt advice that we hope will bring comfort and clarity.
So, find a quiet space. Maybe pour yourself a warm drink and settle in. Let's take this journey together, gently and honestly, as we talk about healing, growth, and the power of letting go.
Let's begin.
Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, replaying something that happened years ago? Maybe it was a mistake, a missed opportunity, something you wish you had handled differently. I think most of us have. And the truth is, the past can stay with us for a long time, sometimes much longer than it needs to.
You're absolutely right, John. A lot of us carry the past like a quiet burden. It affects how we show up today, in our relationships, in our work, even in how we speak to ourselves. But here's the thing. Making peace with your past doesn't mean forgetting it. It means learning how to live with it in a healthier way.
Exactly. It's not about erasing the memory. It's about changing how much control it has over your life. And it all starts with one simple but powerful step: acknowledgement. Just being able to say, yes, this happened. It was painful, but it's a part of my story. No shame, no blame, just honest acceptance.
That's so important, John. A lot of us carry the past like a quiet burden. It affects how we show up today, in our relationships, in our work, even in how we speak to ourselves. But here's the thing. Making peace with your past doesn't mean forgetting it. It means learning how to live with it in a healthier way.
Exactly. It's not about erasing the memory. It's about changing how much control it has over your life. And it all starts with one simple but powerful step: acknowledgement. Just being able to say, yes, this happened. It was painful, but it's a part of my story. No shame, no blame, just honest acceptance.
That's so important, John. I found that when we stop running from our past, we start healing. And part of that healing comes from reflection, asking yourself, what did this teach me? Maybe it showed you your strength. Maybe it taught you how to be more patient or more compassionate with others.
And when we find those lessons, it becomes easier to forgive. Forgiveness doesn't mean saying what happened was okay. It just means we're ready to stop carrying the weight. And let's be honest, Elena, sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves.
Oh, yes, we tend to be our own worst critics. But when you really look back, you'll often realize you were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you human.
One thing that helped me personally was writing a letter to my younger self. I just told him what I've learned and thanked him for trying. It was emotional, but freeing. That simple act allowed me to let go of a few things I had been holding on to for far too long.
That's beautiful, John. I've done something similar, writing letters I never sent to people from my past. It helped me release old emotions, especially when the other person wasn't around anymore. It's amazing how something so simple can be so healing.
You know, I met a woman recently who shared her story with me. She said she still felt guilty about missing her daughter's graduation over 30 years ago. She was working late that night, trying to provide for her family, but she had carried that guilt like a stone in her heart all these years.
That breaks my heart.
Mine too. But do you know what she did? She wrote her daughter a heartfelt letter. Not to apologize, but to express how much that moment still meant to her and how she wished she could go back. And her daughter? She said, "Mom, I always knew you loved me. You were doing your best." They both cried. And something inside her finally healed.
That's exactly what we mean when we say make peace. It's not about fixing the past, it's about giving it new meaning, letting love replace guilt, letting understanding replace judgment.
Your past doesn't have to be a prison. It can be a place you visit for wisdom, but you don't have to live there. You are more than the mistakes you've made. You are more than the pain you have carried.
And the moment you choose to let go, that's the moment you open the door to freedom, real emotional freedom. It takes courage, but it's possible at any age.
So if there's something from your past that still weighs on you, take a moment. Breathe. Say to yourself, that happened. I lived through it. I learned from it, but I don't need to carry it anymore.
That's the beginning of peace. And it's a gift you give not just to yourself, but to everyone you love. Because when you heal, you show up in your life with more kindness, more presence, more love.
If today's conversation touched your heart, share it with someone you care about. You never know who might be silently carrying something heavy.
And remember, your past is a chapter. It's not the whole story. Your next chapter is waiting, and it's full of possibility.
So try it today. Let go of what no longer serves you.
And keep moving forward, gently, one step at a time.
Thanks for spending this time with us today. We hope this conversation gave you something to reflect on, and maybe even a little peace.
If it touched your heart, share it with someone who might need it too, because healing grows when it's shared.
And remember, your past is just one chapter. The rest of your story is still being written.
Take care, be gentle with yourself, and we'll see you next time.